What's going on, guys? Now, I know y'all been hearing about this thing that's been happening over there in Washington, D.C. I just don't think it's not a coincidence. I believe there's a lot of plots, that the enemy is trying to plan. Ever since we just stepped into 2025, it's just been a lot of things that's been truly happening. But, we got to understand that we are living in some crazy and crucial times, and this is not the time to be playing around. This is the time to get right with Jesus. Now, it was supposed to be about this Washington D.C. plane crash. It says, I think it says something about bodies recovered and stuff. But I'm gonna go ahead and just play the clip for you guys really quick. I'm gonna go ahead and pull it up here so y'all can all see it.
First tonight, a Black Hawk helicopter was warned of an approaching passenger jet 18 seconds before they collided in the skies above Washington, D.C. Now the heartbreaking job of recovering bodies from the river where both aircraft ended up is underway. Already more than a dozen bodies have been recovered, with family members anxiously waiting for any updates in the terminal.
It was captured from multiple angles. 8:47 p.m, an American Airlines passenger jet carrying 64 people collides with a Black Hawk helicopter on a training flight.
Oh,
What happened?
oh my God!
Disaster just 100 metres above the ground.
Listen here, I'm a type of person, like, look, I've been in a plane for the past it was about 4 years ago, and I've always told myself I would never ever get up on a plane. But I remember I went to a trip to Orlando, Florida. It was around my birthday time, around April 30th, and one of the best experience, and I always told myself, even from that day, I said, anywhere I go, I want to fly. But man, the things that have done changed for the past 4 years, and the way things are going, man, I just believe Satan, man, he just has a plan to just cause all types of corruptions. And I mean, it was already a video out of this guy that I watch, and he said the Lord's been showing him that there's going to be plots against people, like up on planes and stuff. So it's a crazy time that we're living in, and the devil has a lot of plans because we have fought against the Antichrist spirit that was trying to move through the systems and stuff. We prayed against that stuff. So the enemy is going to come back even more stronger. And that's why I tell everybody, anywhere that you go, I don't care if you're walking down the street, plead the blood of Jesus over you, because you just do not know when you'll be at the wrong place at the wrong time.
Sent both aircraft plunging into Washington, D.C.'s icy Potomac River.
Fire command. The accident happened in the river. Both the helicopter and the plane crashed in the river.
The jet had been just seconds from touching down. Family of those on board were in the airport waiting for their loved ones to arrive home.
I'm just praying that somebody's pulling her out of the river right now as we speak. That's all I can pray for. I'm just praying to God.
Hamad's wife had messaged him as the plane started to descend.
She texted me.
Absolutely. Pray to God. I mean, God, so much stuff is happening to where it's getting a lot of people's attention, just like the whole fire thing that just happened out there in Cali, and a lot of celebrities lost their homes and stuff. It just goes to show you the time that we're in. That it's not the time to be playing. I mean, I was all up on Instagram, and I will see just different celebrities saying, "Oh, I done lost my house. I don't, my family, and just a lot of different things." I tell you guys, store up the things that are up in heaven, because upon this earth, this stuff is off to go, and we just don't know. One minute we have something, next minute it can be totally gone. So I believe all this stuff is also happening is to get people to really wake up and get people to really turn their eyes and everything else from the material stuff of this world. People really believe that if they don't have the material stuff in this world, that they won't make it, and that's not true. It's just the time we're just living in. So I'm gonna keep on playing to you guys.
That they're landing in 20 minutes.
300 first responders have worked through the night.
The focus now is rescuing people, and that's what all of our personnel are focused on.
But from both submerged aircraft, there's been no signs of life. 19 bodies have been pulled from the bitterly cold water. Alongside the rescue and recovery mission, an investigation is already underway.
Our cooperation is without pause, and we want to learn everything we can about today's events.
The plane took off from Wichita, Kansas. It flew for about 2 hours and 10 minutes to Washington. At the same time it approached the runway, the air traffic controller radioed the Black Hawk, referring to it as Pat 25 and the jet as CRJ.
Pat 25, get the CRJ in flight. Pat 25, pass behind this CRJ.
Seconds later, they collided.
There's every reason to indicate that the jet was on a proper approach. He was on his final approach, about 375 feet to runway 33. The question is, what was the helicopter doing there?
The president has also pointed blame. Why didn't the helicopter go up or down or turn? Why didn't the control tower tell the helicopter what to do? This is a bad situation that looks like it should have been prevented, he wrote. Tragic mistakes no one can undo. Samara Gardner for 10 News First.
CBS correspondent Natalie Brand joins me now from inside Washington's Reagan Airport. And
my condolences to anybody that, that was in that crash, that, man, the people that may have lost their lives, man, my heart goes out to everybody and, anybody that was wounded and different things, man. All I can just say is just get to know Jesus for yourself, because you just do not know. It's just a lot of weird stuff that's happening all throughout this earth. For the past 4 years, it's just been a lot. And I believe we're going to see great things this year, but we're going to see a lot of crazy things, and we just got to be prepared for what's to come.
Natalie, what is the latest from the scene?
Ursula, we're expecting another press briefing here inside the airport in just a couple of hours. That is as this highly complex search and recovery operation continues in the Potomac River. There are more than 300 responders out there, federal and local resources, combing the water, trying to recover the victims of this horrific tragedy. Officials say their job made more complicated by the cold weather.
What's going on, you guys? I want to do something real quick. If anybody wants to listen to my newest album that just dropped about a week or two ago, it's called, on the playlist, it's called God's Creation. The extended version, I'm working up on it. It's going to have 7 tracks like the main album. The main album has 7 tracks. It's got all the songs up on there. And just go to my YouTube and just go straight to playlist, type in Tyrese Brown, or anybody that's subscribed to me, just go to my profile, go to playlist, and go to God's Creation. And it's going to show you 7 tracks of my song. I dropped a music video called It's a New Year. That's a beautiful song. And YouTube, they don't promote anything, so I got to do what I got to do. So I just want everybody to really go check out those songs and let me know what y'all think. And I'll put the link in the description below. Love you guys, and y'all be blessed. Go check it out.
The wind that we've been experiencing, the darkness since the sun is not yet up. And as noted in that piece, there's a lot more questions than answers at this point. Lawmakers from the state of Kansas want to know why the military aircraft was so close to such a busy flight path here into Washington, D.C. They also want to know more about the communication with the air traffic control.
Oh, I just realized it just says deaths confirmed. No survivors have been found yet. As researchers, they searched water. Rescuers, they searched water. Dang. So it was all in the work, man. That's crazy. Whew. That's crazy, guys. That's not, I could imagine, man. And like I said, I like flying a plane ever since I first started. But man, I can only imagine, like, oof, man, I'm telling you, that's why you got to plead the blood of Jesus everywhere you go. Because I'm telling you, the Bible said be careful for nothing. The pilot can be the best flyer throughout the whole world. And an accident still can happen. I mean, an accident or a plot from the enemy, I mean, anything could just happen. So it's, ooh, I can imagine, guys.
Power, but of course this investigation still in its very early stages. As noted earlier, there are some family members of likely victims here in the airport. American Airlines airport officials trying to help them. And we did get a statement this morning from U.S. Figure Skating, which says it can confirm, sadly, that several members of the skating community were on board that flight. They were returning to D.C. from a training program. The statement goes on to say they are devastated and that their hearts are with the victims' families.
Thank you, Natalie.
And there you guys have it. Yeah, guys, it's just a lot of stuff that's going on. We definitely need to be praying in this time. And I believe God got a lot of his people in a place of, I know y'all may be feeling like y'all, in isolation and different things like that, but God is calling you in a place of interceding. And that's another area too that God's calling me at, to intercede for the America, to intercede for the, for the president, the plots and the schemes and scams of the devil. It's just a lot of stuff that's just happening. And if we're not careful, it can cause us to go home early. It really can. Like, this is how crucial the time that we're really in. People want to make all this money. People want to, have fun and, go on trips and all that stuff, going to clubs and doing all this other stuff. And they're not even thinking, like what could go wrong. It's just like, oh, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. But be aware. Be aware of your surroundings. Be aware when you go to different places. Just be aware. Be alert. Because it's always something it's always a plot from the enemy, or something just happens. Some things are just not the enemy. Some things just happens. This is why I made it, to really tell everybody, be in a place of consecration, be with the Lord, be in a place of interceding for the world, interceding, for the people that are going out that don't want to really hear, because you may tell this person, hey, I don't think you should go here. The Lord is telling me for you not to go there. But people are going to do what they want to do. And so because they're wandering around blinded and thinking that it's still the early 2000s, it's not the early 2000s. The early 2000s, you could just walk down the street. You could sit up on your porch. Now you can't even do that stuff now, because it's just like, man, deaths is just happening back to back, back to back. You just don't know what you don't know what situation you will be in, because like I said, we're just living as it's a crazy time we're just in. And so my hearts go out to the people. That's all I can really say. But love you guys. Y'all be blessed and be encouraged.